Well, what's up? I failed you, Ruben. I saw your challenge. Nope. It's kind of organized chaos. Yeah. Working on drive shafts. And I got a question for the garage gang. I'm trying to do the rundown pretty quick. This came with the car. This was in the car. It wasn't installed, it was inside the car. The length is the same length as what I have in Bertha. That Turbo 400, I don't know if it's true, but are they longer than the Turbo 350? Apparently it seems to be, because the crossmember issues is big. I'll show you when I get under there. Problem is, this differential won't fit the tailhouse housing. You see, the sidewall's too big. It won't accommodate the seal. This one will. Problem is, the diameter to accept the caps are much bigger than this diameter. So I was wondering, can I grab a cap for a 71 Camaro, which fits this, and I have already the universal, which is a 68 Impala, which fits this. Can I pop the caps off, put the smaller caps on this, and use the smaller caps on this yoke and the bigger caps on this yoke, on this receiver here, and then I'll be happy as a pig in snot. Otherwise, I don't know what I'm going to do. I got a spare dry shaft I bought on Craigslist. Fits a 71 Nova, because clearly, as you can see, much longer. And I think I need it shorter because I think that transmission is longer. So if anybody could tell me if a Turbo 400 transmission is longer than a Turbo 350. Okay, the second thing that's happening here is, well, we'll do a little addendum here. I painted the underside of this hood. I just used single stage black. I scuffed it. I didn't go crazy with it. I just wanted to clean it up. We'll call it lipstick on a pig. It's the underside of a fiberglass hood. And those guys that work on fiberglass hoods know how the undersides of these are and how much work it is to get them to look decent. So it's decent. It's clean, and it doesn't have overspray, and it doesn't have snot everywhere, and it doesn't have the little fiberglass little indents. Okay, moving on to this now. Okay, as you can see, I have a block under the transmission. I installed the bracket for the tranny. The bracket for the Turbo 350 and the bracket that's on Bertha faces forward like this. This is how it was from the factory. As you can see, I lopped it off. And now we go around the back side here. Let me get underneath it. As you can see, around the back side, you can see the mount and you can see the space I have. This will work. So what I've done is I've trimmed the bracket, left the angle of the transmission as is, because that's what it was pretty much on the front here. I took measures. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to get the camera to friggin' show what I'm doing. As you can see, the holes line up. I had to trim the bracket a little bit on the edges, and it's fitting the angle. I hope I got this angle right, because pinion angle and the drivetrain angle has to be right. If not, we're going to get shimmy and shaking. It's not going to be good. I'm going to be blowing universals left and right. So what I'm going to do is tack that in, pull it out of the car, and then weld it solid where I can actually work on it decent. I got to get a bolt and bolt that in. So that's that. I think we got this resolved. If I get this resolved and this is in, then naturally the exhaust fits through here. I can actually start running the exhaust from the headers back. So that'd be awesome. Then I got the fuel tank. It's all dusty, my God. This car is dusty. This car was actually nice and clean under here. I got the fuel tank that I got to install, and it's in good shape outside. Inside it sounds like a little crusty. I'm not sure if it's just scale or just... So, what do you guys suggest for a fuel tank like that? Other than buying a new one, I'd like to salvage that one. But if it's really bad, I'll just get another tank, which I really don't want to. This is why I don't want to. You guys understand this, right? You understand this. Too much of this is going into this, and not enough of this is going into the pocket. So I want to try to save the tank what do you guys suggest to clean scale out of a tank? I heard there was some sort of treatment that they had. You can get it online. I'm not sure. I'm not really sure about it. And yeah, I'd like to know. So once I get the tank in, then I can run the fuel line up, run the brake lines back, and this car will be just about ready to go. I'm gonna jerry rig the wiring so I just can wire it so I can start it and run it. Like I said, I've been using Bertha as a template and a guide for measuring, but it's completely different. So that's that. She's out in the sun. This thing's taking a beat in this car in this garage. Not enough room. So we got the dusty fender wells. I actually kind of buffed them out a little bit, and it's just dusty, really dusty. So we're gonna bolt the hood back on, and we're gonna weld up that bracket and have this thing sitting on its own. I don't have to worry about jerry rigging. All right, so that's Mark from the second gen. You guys can give me some answers on that. It'd be awesome. Very, very cool. Also, it's Memorial Day weekend. Just remember to take the time for those soldiers that didn't come home, and for family members who have passed on and moved on, hopefully to better place and better things. And just keep them in your mind, keep them in your hearts. Alright, so this is me signing off. 6-minute video. Be well, be safe, and a little update on what's going on here. And hopefully by next week, maybe I can get some roaring coming out the back end of this car, which would be cool. Alright guys, be well, be safe, and take it easy. Peace!